Welcome to Study Physics. In this video we will be solving problems of chapter 31, and our first problem will be 30th problem. So in this problem what is asked is a charge of 2 into 10 to the power minus of 8 coulomb is placed on positive plate and a charge of some value on the negative plate of a parallel plate capacitor of capacitance. This value is given, and calculate the potential difference developed between the plates. So in this problem we have a parallel plate capacitor. So first we will consider a parallel plate capacitor, and we can consider this as a positive plate, and leftmost as a positive plate and this as a negative plate. So in this problem two charges are given to the one to the positive plate and other to the negative plate. So consider the first charge is just Q1, and we will later on put the value of Q1, and second charge is just Q2. This is of negative value, this is of positive value. So since this Q1 charge is given to the positive plate, so what will happen is a charge distribution will take place and both the sides will have equal amount of charge. Similarly here Q2 charge is given, so again distribution of charge will or division of charge will take place, and Q2 by 2 will appear on both the sides of the plate. Now since these two plates are placed close to each other, so what happens is due to induction, since here minus Q by 2 charge is there, so due to induction a plus Q by 2 charge will appear here and a negative of minus Q by 2 charge will appear here. Similarly here Q1 by 2 charge is there, and this plate is close to this charge, so what will happen is again due to induction negative of Q1 by 2 charge will appear here and positive of Q1 by 2 charge will appear here. Now see how we write the capacitor or the capacitance equation of capacitor is Q is equals to, so Q is equals to C into V. So what we say here is that the charge on the capacitor is equals to capacitance into the voltage or the potential difference between the plates. So here how to, since we have given the capacitance of the capacitor in this problem, we are not given the charge directly, and the potential difference is asked here. So we have to decide what is the charge of this capacitor. So how to decide the charge of the capacitor is, you can consider any of the plate from the inside part. So you can just consider this face or you can consider this face only. So decide the total charge on any of these two faces. So let me decide through this face. So the total charge Q will be equals to Q1 upon 2 plus of Q2 upon 2. So now we will write the value of Q1 and Q2 here. So Q1 value given in the problem is 2 into 10 to the power minus of 8, and that we have to divide by 2, and again Q2 value is 1 into 10 to the power minus of 8. We are now bothered with magnitude only, so need not to worry for sign here. Already we have sign taken care of. So this is just 2. So Q value will be like 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon 2. So what we can write is 1.5 into 10 to the power minus of 8, and this value given is in terms of coulomb, so we will write like coulomb only. So the total charge will be like 1.5 into 10 to the power minus of 8 coulomb only. So this value is the charge or the total charge of given capacitor. Now what we will be doing is we will have to evaluate the value of potential difference. So how we will do is Q is equals to C into V. So now we know the value of Q and we know the value of C, so we can very easily evaluate the value of V here. So it will be like 1.5 into 10 to the power minus of 8. That value is equals to, the C value given in the problem is 1.2 into 10 to the power minus of 3 microfarad. So we will convert it into farad. By that time it will be multiplied by 10 to the power minus of 6, and V value is there. So we have to decide the value of V here. So in order to decide the value of V, what we will do is we will divide these all the terms. So 1.2 into this value will be 10 to the power minus of 9. So this is going to be the value for V, and this value is 10 to the power minus 1. So I will write it here only. So it will be like you can remove these point values. So it will be like 5 upon 4. So 5 upon 4 and multiplied by 10. So this value is 1.2 into 10. So 12 volt is going to be the answer for 30th problem. So we can say the potential difference between these two plates will be 12 volt only. So potential difference between these two plates will be 12 volt only. So in the mind I took the answer only up to 1 decimal value, but this value is going to be 5 by 4. So this value is going to be 1.25 into 10. So by that time the potential difference is going to be 12.5 volt. So this is going to be the answer for 30th problem. So